Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have taken a few days off from filming just to catch up on some tasks and get some things done. So here, I'm just going to update you on some of these things that I've gotten done, and then I'm going to give you some knowledge about a favorite vegetable of mine, and then we're going to get into some planting. So I potted up this Perfuma Bliss rose. It is very nice. Wow. And it smells really good. I put this in a pot and I put it here because the view from the kitchen window really just doesn't, this is the kitchen window, really just doesn't have a good view. So I'm trying to get some more beautiful things in this area. I potted up this gooseberry bush. This will be its permanent home. On the tag, y'all, it said it only needed 3 hours of sun. Now it's definitely going to get that more of that here. And it also said it was hardy down to a zone 3. A zone 3. Do you know how cold a zone 3 is? Who lives in a zone 3? Ridiculous. I think that's like negative 40 degrees. If that's you, you need to move. Okay, this is a black currant. This is hardy down to zone 3, negative 40 degrees. I don't know what it is about these bushes. Here's an update on the onions. They are definitely starting to grow and settle in. It's exactly what we want. So what I wanted to talk about was asparagus. And I know some people may be saying, what? That doesn't look like asparagus. Well, it is. If I can find a shoot. Oh, here's one. Okay. So here's an asparagus spear. And if you let that grow up, it's going to turn into these, I don't know what you call them, fronds. And with asparagus, see there's some more right there. With asparagus, you do want to wait at least a year, if not 2, before you harvest anything. Let the plant establish itself. Then, when you don't want to harvest anything unless it's as thick as a pencil. So this would be good eating right here. Now this is a purple asparagus. The greens are over there. But similar to like tulips and daffodils, you need to let some grow up and leaf out because they take this energy from the sun, send it down to the roots, and that will send up your spears for next year. So you do not take everything. You take some, you leave some. All right. I also was able to fertilize these blackberries. Only one pot is blooming right now. The other is leafing out. This one I just planted. It's a triple crown blackberry, and I'm really looking forward to this because I've heard about the production of these, and they bloom later than, I think these are Apache or Arapaho, one of those, I can't remember. Also, I planted these fall gold raspberries and watered them in. And just an update on the cabbages. They are the green cabbages. They're starting to come in well. Looks like I'm going to need to get some BT out here. The broccoli is doing well. I have some spinach growing up. I don't know if you can see that, but those little green shoots are spinach. I also have carrots that are coming up. Those little green shoots are carrots. Now this is my favorite, the red cabbage. Far superior than the green cabbage when it comes to nutrition. But people like what they like, and that's fine. It's still good for you. This is just better. Like the cabbage is good, this will be like ranked like best or something like that. But I love red cabbage. Love red cabbage. All right, y'all, that is all in the garden. Let's get to some planting. All right, so time for some planting. What I have here is, I feel like I have been tricked by this primrose. I planted like 4 of these things and they were so tiny, and the next year this is what they've done. I've already picked a bunch out. I mean, this is great if you're trying to fill in an entire area, but that's not my goal. Today we're planting one of my favorite plants, actually one of the first plants that was introduced to me as a gardener via my grandmother, salvia. Salvia, you just can't go wrong with it. First of all, it's hardies down to zone 3, so that's negative 40 degrees through zone 8. This variety is called Violet Riot. It grows 20 to 24 inches tall and can get up to 2 feet wide, so you definitely want to give her some space. Blooms mid-spring into early summer. Pollinators are usually all over this because that's when they wake up mid-spring and they are hungry. And so you usually see a lot of pollinators on the salvia. Deer rabbit resistant, like nothing messes with this plant. I had one that did not come back, and I don't know if you could see this, but this one that did come back has a little baby right next to it, and I don't know if that came from the one that was here. It was like, I'm dying, but here's an offspring for you, my last gift, you know, or what. But regardless, so I have 1, 2, 3, so I need one right here in this window. And this is a great opportunity to dig up the dirt and see like what's going on underneath. Oh, I see a ton of ants. Yeah, there's a ton of ants here. Let's ask AI. Would an ant colony do damage to a salvia plant? So no. It says the ants could be here because of aphids. I'm going to make sure I plant this in the window right here. Also, I needed to mention that salvia can tolerate clay soils. I don't think that's their preference. You know, like who would live in a zone 3? Wouldn't be my preference, but could I live there? Yeah, but it would be difficult. All right. Now, while I am down here tending to the salvia, one thing you can do to all of your plants to make them bloom longer is by adding fertilizer. And I wish I was better about this, but I'm just not. But I don't know, maybe since people are following me now, I'll get better. But when I first started gardening, I used to do this all the time. The next thing we're going to plant is this evergreen. Really been struggling with getting more evergreens toward the front. You know, most evergreens get tall, so they're in the back. That makes sense. But I saw this, and it's called a Boxwood Euonymus. Only gets a foot, 2 feet tall, 1 feet wide. So I think, what if it gets 2 feet tall, 1 foot wide? Yeah, I still think it will be fine right here. 2 feet tall, 1 foot wide. It's already a foot wide. And look, if you're a dude, well, some ladies too, and you got a size 12, that foot comes in handy when you're measuring stuff, doesn't it? Okay. I'm just making sure I want this here. And does it make sense for it to have it there? So I'm just going to step back. See, I really like having evergreens next to roses. So here's Italian ice, well, behind that allium. You know what? Actually, I think with that primrose in front of it, that would look really good. The contrast on that. And I still have a little bit of space to plant behind. You know what, y'all? I'm not sure about this because it's an evergreen right in front of an evergreen. I think I could pop it in there, even though we've got the castle spire holly back there. You can have, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, and this is a lighter green than the castle spires. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. And since this is a Boxwood Euonymus, I'm pretty sure I can trim this into the size I want it to be and keep it petite and formed. Ooh, and I like it. Ooh. Yeah. All right, y'all. So while I'm out here, I figure I might as well fertilize some of the other perennials. Now, I hope I don't become one of these people that says everything is their favorite. But agastache blue boa, probably one of my favorite perennials of all time. Why? You'll see in a couple of months, but it's long blooming. You could easily get like 2.5 months worth of blooms off of the agastache. It's in the mint family, so it's deer and rabbit resistant. It can do a little bit of shade, not too much. Still prefers full sun. It will perform best in full sun. And it's purple. And y'all know how I feel about purple. All right, everyone, that is all for right now. Starting to warm up just a little bit, so I'm gonna get inside, get back to work. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Tend to your garden, it will bless you, and I will see you in the next video.